What if the symptom isn't a problem, but the clue? What if fatigue, brain fog, hormonal chaos, inflammation, and gut disruption are not random at all, but patterned communication your body has been trying to send you for years? Medicine was taught to listen for isolated symptoms, but I listen to the whole symphony. Women are being told they're fine, everything is normal, while their bodies are quietly fighting to keep up. I'm Dr. Julie Lynn, founder of the system-based pattern mapping solution, and I decode what others miss. Hidden physiological patterns buried beneath normal labs, unexplained symptoms, and years of frustration. This channel is where mystery becomes clarity, clarity becomes power. If this sounds like your healing journey so far, welcome to the channel. And when you're ready, bring me your normal labs and I'll show you what they're missing.
Hello, I'm Dr. Julie Lynn, founder of the systems-based pattern mapping solution, and I help women take the mystery out of their mystery symptoms by identifying the hidden patterns beneath normal labs. Welcome back to my channel. I've decided to start a series for my Friday videos where every Friday we're going to explore one of the physiological patterns I see over and over and over again in my practice. So welcome to our first Friday pattern spotlight. My goal with these videos is to help you become more fluent in the language of your own physiology, because body literacy begins with learning how to recognize your patterns. And today we're going to be talking about one of the most common patterns I see, the energy pattern. Women rarely come to me with just feeling tired. Instead, they say things like, I'm exhausted no matter how much sleep I get. I wake up tired. I crash after 2 o'clock every single afternoon. My brain feels foggy. I can't think clearly anymore. I feel wired at night, but exhausted throughout the day. My workouts leave me drained instead of energized. My body just doesn't recover the way it used to. Most women think these are completely separate problems, but I know that they're really not. We are taught to see these symptoms as separate. So we see them as completely separate issues. And they are often explained away as just getting older, you're stressed, it's your hormones, you need more sleep, you need another cup of coffee. And what seems like normal energy, afternoon crashes, and exhaustion to everyone else is pointing to a specific pattern for me. Because my question isn't how do we fix the symptoms? I'm thinking, how are all these symptoms connected? When I hear that combination of symptoms, I don't immediately think fatigue. I start looking at the energy pattern, because energy isn't created by one organ in the body. It's the result of multiple physiological systems working together. Your nervous system, your endocrine system, even your digestive system, your metabolic pathways, your nutrition reserves, your sleep and recovery. When those systems begin adapting, energy is often one of the first places we notice it. Fatigue isn't always the problem. Sometimes it's just the messenger. One of the biggest shifts in my own work happened when I stopped asking, what symptoms are we trying to fix here? And I started asking, what patterns is the body expressing? Two very different perspectives. Because as I'm sure everyone experiencing chronic symptoms can agree with, is that symptoms rarely travel alone. And once we begin recognizing those patterns and the relationship between our symptoms, you stop feeling like your body has been working against you, and you begin realizing it's been actually communicating in remarkably consistent ways this whole time. This is what body literacy looks like. Simply learning to recognize that your symptoms are connected, because when women understand that, the confusion begins to lift and they start asking very different questions. They notice patterns earlier and participate differently in their healthcare. That's what body literacy is all about and why it matters. So, I'd like to leave you with a question this week. When you think about your own energy, have you been looking at fatigue all by itself? Or have you started noticing the other pieces that seem to show up alongside it? Just start to notice. Become curious. Curiosity is often where understanding begins. If today's pattern spotlight resonated with you, I'd love for you to leave a comment below. Tell me what stood out. And if you're ready to better understand your own physiological patterns, that's exactly what we do inside my Reveal Pattern Analysis. Every woman has a unique story, and every story deserves to be understood. Thank you so much for joining me for our very first Friday Pattern Spotlight. I'll see you next Friday as we explore another physiological pattern together. Until then, please remember, your body is not broken. It's communicating. And it just might be time to listen. Thanks again, and bye for now.
Thanks again for joining me for today's episode. If you want to stay up to date on all the new episodes as they drop, be sure to like and follow. If you know someone who could benefit from this information, please share this episode with them. If you want to learn more about my systems-based pattern mapping solution, I'll leave all the links in the show notes so we can connect. Again, thanks for joining, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.